One of the reasons that we use Greta is because she is superbly easy to get hold of.
It helps, doesn't
in,
it?
in an ideal world, Greta,
Yeah.
I've always maintained, because let's be honest, estate agents and solicitors have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, but they shouldn't.
No,
because
but
they
we
should be
do
helping.
because solicitors can be really, really, really
Yes.
awkward
Yeah.
and difficult and hard to get hold of.
Yeah.
But I've always said that if I sell that house to that person and everything's agreed, that in theory that should be the end of an estate agent's job until we get the message to say it's completed and you can hand over the keys. Yeah. But of course, in the real world, we're involved in sales progression all the way down the line.
And you help us as well.
Well, right. So I'm glad you said that we help you.
Yeah, you help me.
Okay. So explain then to our viewers. I don't know why I keep calling them listeners. Well, probably because I do this as a podcast as well. And then they won't see you drinking water.
Or coffee.
How do we help you?
Well, things like if there's a long chain and we need to get in contact with the top of the chain to agree a date or nudge somebody or just give them a general sort of chase, then the agents get involved, because obviously if we're ready and we don't know what's going on in the top of the chain, usually solicitors, like you say, take forever to get hold of. It's easier for an agent to be, okay, I know who deals with this, I know who deals with this, just give a call, blah, 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 and that's it.
Okay.
And, and I find that way it takes so much time off me having to call the solicitor, email the solicitor, trying to get a date out, and all they're going to email me saying, we're waiting for the confirmation from the top of the chain. So we never know what's going on in the top of the chain unless an agent comes in and says, I've just spoken to so-and-so and they said this is the issue, and it's easier. And then I can then relay that information to my client and manage expectations. So it works.
Okay. Well, it's nice to know, because we do our best.
Yeah.
I know you speak to Meg a lot.
Yeah, Megan,
who tends to do a lot of our progression, and we get involved in a lot of it ourselves.
Yeah.
Why are some solicitors so damned hard to get hold of?
I would say, obviously, it depends on the firms, how they work, how much work they've got, and how much hounding they get throughout the day. I think that's the issue. And when I manage my own work, it's a lot easier for me to then develop relationships with brokers and estate agents, because I manage my own workload. I know my capacity, and I know that if I overstep that capacity, I will not be able to reply to an email quickly or answer a phone call or return a call. Often firms, I don't want to name firms.
No, of course not.
That.
And I would never ask you to.
And I have worked for that kind of firm in the past, where you have hundreds of files to your name. Not maybe hundreds, maybe I'm exaggerating. Let's say 100 files is a lot of files for one person to handle. And you simply just don't have the time to be able to give that update or phone that client back, or it sort of your list goes bigger and bigger and bigger every day, and that phone call goes sort of down the list, because you always have something more important to add. There's always more something, and it becomes a vicious cycle, and people get so overworked with it. I think solicitors tend to find that these are my enemies because they are pestering me. This is how they see it. I don't know. I'm just trying to be.
No, and I think you're spot on. Do these solicitors who are problematical tend to be the cheaper solicitors?
Yes.
Because we all know that there is a world of difference.
Yes.
And we get this sometimes. We actually do turn around to some of our clients and say, look, you can use whatever solicitor you want to use.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, there are agents that almost force people to use certain mortgage brokers and certain solicitors.
Yeah.
We never ever do that. But there are times when we certainly with mortgage brokers use whoever they want.
Yeah.
But there are times with solicitors, and they say, well, no, I am going to use and
So
again, I won't name any names, ABC solicitors, that we say, well, that's fine, but we will not help you with
Chase
your
them.
sales progression because we will never ever be able to get hold of them.
Yeah.
And we'll send you a Christmas card at Christmas when you're still halfway through your progression,
Yeah.
because it really can be that bad.
Yep.
And there are firms out there that are charging,
Yeah.
and they say, well, no, we're going with them because they were like £400 cheaper.
Yep.
Well, so be it.
Yep.
If you want to eat at McDonald's and
Yep.
you don't want to eat at the Ritz, that's what you get. And I know some people prefer McDonald's. So no, but I mean, we've always
we
thought
all like a McDonald's now
well,
and
we
then.
do. Yes, I know. But I've always thought it was workload.
Yes, I think it is workload. I think, like I said, it's easier for me to say that because I manage my own workload. I'm self-employed, so it's easier for me to now say that. And knowing how firms work and how much work they have to filter through to meet targets, and each person has a different target, and it's
worth mentioning as well, though, Greta, isn't it, that although you're self-employed,
yes.
Taylor Rose.
So yes, I'm a consultant at Taylor Rose. Yes.
Yeah. So if anything untoward happened, like you have to have holidays.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You may get sick.
Yeah.
There's someone that can step into your shoes and take your case over, which is not always the case with somebody that's just running their own. Yeah.
So I'm stepping in for my friend who's on holiday at the moment. So I'm doing her workload as well as mine this week. But yes, there is. I work with an assistant as well. My assistant, Michelle. I don't know if you've maybe had an email exchange.
Yeah,
Lee has.
Lee does. I tend to. I've stepped away from dealing with solicitors because it was bad for my blood pressure. But no, it's just we have slightly different jobs here, and my main job is marketing and promoting of the properties. That's fine.